Yeah, I see us being live, Mr. Entertainment. That be us. That be you and I. So hopefully our Facebook family friends will go ahead and do what they normally do about this time, and they will share, because sharing is what? Caring.
The opinions expressed in the show do not reflect the views of WBND.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes I get offended by that by that message. That makes me think we be saying something we shouldn't be saying. I don't think we say anything negative in here. Why do we have to get the disclosure?
We take no nothing.
Don't forget, y'all, share with your family, share with your friends. The Ty and Cody on Purpose show is about to go live in like 2.5 seconds. Thank y'all, Facebook family, for joining in. We about to get it in.
Let's get it.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning. It is the Ty and Cody on Purpose show live in the studio. And when I mean live, I mean absolutely live. You can actually, Mr. Entertainment, seriously, you can sit over there and eat that burrito like that?
You thought I was joking?
It didn't dawn on me till you was over there and start licking your fingers. You realize he's like, yo, I'm about to get this actually in and eat this burrito
live radio, dog.
Live on air. It is Marriage Unfiltered. He is not only letting his voice be heard, he is letting his food be heard, or here on WBNDradio.com. For those of y'all who are on Facebook, I appreciate y'all for tuning in each and every Monday. It is the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. Yes, we are in the studio. When I mean we, I mean me and Mr. Entertainment. I don't know where Cody is about this time. She knows we have a show to do about 8 o'clock Eastern time, but for whatever reason, she decided not to show up. It happens. But no, in all seriousness, Cody isn't feeling well, so she may be running a little late today, but she will be in the building because she knows how much you all love her and miss her and like hearing and seeing her beautiful voice.
So now you know if she don't show up, you're gonna have to do one of them apologies where they get on the podium and be like, "What?" Okay, but she will show up, y'all. We feel confident.
Yeah, but she will show up. So everybody go ahead and send a couple shout out and a couple prayers to Miss Cody, as she will be in the building, because she know daggone well I can't do the show without her. But in the meantime, in between time, what's going on, Q? What's going on, Crystal? Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, if you are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and everything else in between, you can share this video, because sharing is caring with your family and your friends and everything else in between. We are doing conflict resolution. The number in the studio, because we are live in the studio, my good peoples, it is 803-692-6370. Again, it is 803-692-6370. If you have questions for me and Cody to answer in regards to your marriage, your relationship, as well as Mr. Entertainment will give his 2 cents as well, give us a call. We want to hear your call. You got questions. And yes, I say 2 cents because he will get on his soapbox and go and go and go. What's going on, Dana? Thank you for tuning in. Ty and Cody on Purpose. As you can see, Cody's missing. I need you to run across the street and go grab her out the house and tell her to come to the studio, Dana. But let's go ahead and get it in. We got a great show. We are talking about conflict resolution today, because my question, you know, I was eating lunch one day a couple months ago, and I saw a couple in this restaurant fighting. And they wasn't physically going blows, but they was.
I ain't seen that in a minute.
They was arguing, like going at it. And I actually felt bad for the girl, because she wound up, the dude was talking down to her, and she wound up going out and, standing outside, to kind of cool off and whatnot. And after he ordered his food, he wound up going out there and following her. So I felt kind of bad that he actually went out there and followed her. And so, I'm curious want to know, how do you deal with conflict in your marriage? I actually posted that today in social media, and I got a few responses that I'll read a little bit later, but I'm curious to know, how do you deal with conflict in your marriage? We're going to get into that. 803-692-6370. And guess who just entered the building?
Red carpet time, y'all.
Yes, we got a round of applause, some music or something.
Absolutely.
That we can bring the beautiful Miss Cody in the building. I don't think you can be seen from over there, babe. Oh, Cody is in the building. Y'all told y'all she was coming. She didn't make a liar out of me. She is in the building. Yes, Cody is in the building. Hey, beautiful.
Get you adjusted.
While he gets her adjusted, thank Mike for tuning in. We appreciate y'all for tuning in again each and every Monday here on the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. While Cody go ahead and get herself together, let's go ahead and skip the marriage joke of the week for right now, because I think Cody may have something special for us. And we're going to go to our hot topics, Mr. Entertainment.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and get in. If you have not downloaded the WBND radio app, go ahead and download the WBND radio app from the iTunes store or your Google Play store. It is out there and available for you, and as well as you can go on Roku and hit up WBND TV, y'all. Download the WBND TV app on your Roku device so you can actually watch us there. You can watch all the other shows and so forth that they have going on there as well. Great videos, great shows, great programming and content where people are letting their voice be heard on WBND radio and WBND TV. As a matter of fact, Ty and Cody has showed us we are in the process of putting together for WBND TV as well. So we are actually looking, and I'm gonna have some more information for y'all next week. But we are actually looking for couples to come on Couples Game Night. Y'all saw it a couple months ago when we did Couples Game Night, and we actually had a great time. And we're actually bringing that thing each and every week, but at least once a month here on WBND TV for Couples Game Night. So we want to hear from y'all. Hit us up if you actually want to be on Couples Game Night. The email address is coach@aplmcoaching.com. Again, that's coach@aplmcoaching.com if you are interested in being on Couples Game Night. Yes, we want you all in the building. What's going on, Leon? We were just talking about you right before we went on air. Hey, Miss Mims, what's going on, Black? Thank y'all for tuning in. Before I even get into our marriage joke of the week, we actually do have Man Cave next Monday.
Absolutely.
And they never just next Monday, but next Saturday as well. We got Man Cave. So we want to invite all the fellas out.
Was that a reminder?
That was a reminder that we have Man Cave.
We are.
Yes, that was a reminder that we have Man Cave, not just for you fellas, but for Mr. Entertainment too. That Man Cave is from 2 to 4 this coming Saturday here at the offices of APLMC, which is located at 7716 Pence Road, Charlotte, North Kakalaki.
Can we also say if any men want to come in and sit in, we have couches and everything where you can sit in, and we got the wireless mic. We can mic you up and have you get some feedback for the show. Yes, we would love to have men, women, couples. We want to have y'all on the show. I said men, Cody. Yeah, I know, but you looked at me like, oh, I just want to make sure we was on the same page. Yeah, we are. You looking like, really? Because you thought it was open invitation. No, men. Just wanted to clarify that, y'all. So yes, we do actually have Man Cave.
I wish I was a man today.
Men About Nuptials this coming Saturday from 2 to 4, 7716 Pence Road, Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, that's this coming Saturday, 2 to 4. And then next Monday is our Man Cave show where, ladies, we want your questions. So send in your questions so we can go ahead and answer them from the male perspective. Because we know y'all got them. Y'all always got questions about why men always want sex. Why men can't do what we tell them to do the first time around. Why men can't this, why men can't that. So
all legitimate questions.
I'm going to drop a bombshell on you, Ty.
Go ahead.
Because I had a revelation about why men want it and why women don't, but I'm waiting for Man Cave.
Okay.
I'm going to be mic'd up for Man Cave.
Okay, are you going to be mic'd up for Man Cave this Monday?
Oh, uh-oh. Be hot.
Mr. Entertainment, that is breaking news. Mr. Entertainment will be on Man Cave Monday.
Make sure you
don't y'all turn on me now. I'm going to break the truth.
He's gonna bring the truth on Man Cave Monday, y'all. So be sure y'all tune in next Monday. Are you interviewing women?
Yes.
Oh, so you be like live on the street.
I'm gonna bring some live from the streets. Dog.
Okay.
So be ready.
All right.
They can't be here, but they'll be here.
Gotcha. All right. So Monday, be sure to tune in for Man Cave Monday, the Ty and Cody on Purpose show, Man Cave Monday, which is this coming Monday. I think that's the 18th of June. But don't forget, men, we also want to see you in for our Man Cave meetup, which is the 16th. And again, that's from 2 to 4 p.m. I'm taking time out because that's my beautiful daughter's birthday as well.
Nice.
So, but I think we got Marriage Joke of the Week is actually being overridden by Cody's Top 10.
You always put a number on it. It's just Cody's top ideas
Cody's
for Father's Day.
Cody's top.
How about that?
We're going to call it Cody's top. Whatever Cody wants to call it, we're going to call it Cody's top.
Cody's
10.
top. Whatever. But no, you know how you always encourage us to be students of our spouses?
Yes, ma'am.
Continuously being students of our spouses. And I think that is very important, one, as you stated before, to get to know each other at the core. But I think it's also beneficial to study your spouse because times like these makes it easier to come up with ideas on how to celebrate your spouse on special occasions.
Okay.
Right?
We listening.
So Father's Day is coming up, which is Sunday, June 17th. This Sunday, ladies.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be very important for us to celebrate you all.
Yes.
To remind you all why.
I'm getting excited.
As well as
feeling special over there, Mr.
I
Entertainment.
really am.
You can't.
She about to drop some ideas now. If she comes
Maybe not.
And
It's,
some sprinkles.
What you say?
Don't come with no popcorn and sprinkles now.
Yeah, because you remember last time she had that list, we was looking at her waiting, like, when you get to the good part. All right, go ahead,
You know what?
I'm done. Go ahead.
Cody's top 10. I'm sorry, Cody's top. It's even on the screen. For those who are on Facebook, we even took the number out. It's Cody's top.
Thank you. I
Which
appreciate
sounds kind of odd, but it's Cody's top. It's right there on the bottom of the screen.
I like that.
Right there. Okay. All right, Cody's top.
So, for those men who actually have dedicated man cave space, right, in their homes.
Yes.
However they define that. I think you all should be served for the day.
Yeah. Define serve,
Yes.
please. Please define, because I can think of a couple ways to be served.
Butt naked with an apron. Truth, facts.
You said it, I didn't.
Well, if there are kids in the home, you can't really do that one, right?
Put the kids to bed.
And during the middle of the day?
2:00, time for bed.
That's it.
Go to sleep.
Nap time.
Right.
Look, Dad, I'm 13. Oh.
I don't care.
I'm 13.
You can get a job, go home. Go
No,
somewhere.
but however you want to be served that day, making sure that you have all of your pleasantries right at your fingertips, as well as a bell.
So you gonna wait on us?
Hand and foot.
I would do that.
Really? Y'all heard that live on air? Cody said that she would. No, she said she would do it. She didn't say she will do it. But y'all heard it live on air. Black, Preston, Ma, I see y'all. Truth, I see y'all. Y'all heard Cody say it. Let's go.
And I say it's okay too for us to ask you, what do you want? The days are gone when we're trying to figure out, right? When we're trying to read minds, right? So ask your spouse, what would you like for today? How would you like to be served today?
Okay.
Now, is there everything good? I mean, can we go over the top a little bit, or?
So from the peanut gallery, for those who could not hear, that was a big no.
I guess I could say you can ask, but it don't necessarily mean it will be done. But we would hope for at least for that one day, you could have your day.
You would think, wouldn't you?
One
daggone day.
But somebody in the background said no. We not mentioning no names with the entertainment, but I feel sorry for you, sir.
But then another idea would be anything that your spouse or the dad does, you assume that responsibility for that day.
Okay.
So whether it's cutting the grass, whether it's
you know what,
running the errands, you be him for the day.
Can we name that dad duty? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, dad duties. Okay.
So you can make your honey-do list for your wife.
Y'all already know I got
and the kids to do on your behalf.
I got 2 things on my honey-do list. Go ahead, continuing on.
What
I'm
are
sorry.
your 2 things?
I need some, and I need some more. Food, that is. Food. People, get your minds right.
That's right.
How did I not see that one coming? Okay. I think another good idea would be, I know the sports season has kind of fizzled right now.
Yeah,
however,
I'm bored.
Schedules for the next seasons are out. Am I right?
Right.
Surprise your spouse with his favorite sports tickets to a game.
Nice.
Right?
Okay.
Whether he's into sports or not, if he's not, then substitute that for what he would enjoy. Okay?
Cody did that for me a couple years ago, and I really appreciated it. But go ahead, continuing on. I really did. And she went with me at that. Go ahead.
I did. That was tough for me. But I really enjoyed myself at the end of the day.
Black asked me, am I really going to allow you to do the grass? my go.
So what you trying to say, Black? Is that a challenge? I'm always up for a challenge.
Okay.
And since y'all neighbors, he'll be seeing like,
right. He can be like, man, he can let his woman cut the grass.
It's gonna go viral on Facebook.
Right. She set the precedent, Black. He gonna have your wife out there cutting grass next to. Dana like, don't speak for me.
Okay, what else did I have? Oh, this is another one. Wives, get all prettied up and
put on that red dress.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Take boudoir photos.
A who?
Ooh.
For your husband.
A what?
Yeah.
Boudoir. I believe I'm saying it right. They are sexy, scandalous photos that she can present to you as a gift for your viewing pleasure only.
Yeah.
It's quiet back there.
She ain't say no to that one, dog. No. Yeah, I think that is honestly. I think that's so sexy because they're not revealing. They're not like scantily nasty. You know, they're like
sexy,
elegant,
very
sexy, seductive pictures. And yeah,
is it like the Vegas girl outfit?
No, I'm about to bring some up for you.
I don't know how you define the Vegas girl outfit
with the stars around the bra and the little glitter and stuff.
I guess, however, what she would know that you would like, that's what she would dress up in.
I have two friends that are photographers, and one of them takes boudoir. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. Photos. And I'm about to show you, Mr. Entertainment,
cool.
exactly.
Read on. I'm loving this list.
Go ahead, Cody. While I bring that up, was that the end of your list? Or you had more.
And just to top it off, pleasure him for the day.
Yeah, for the day. She said for the day, y'all.
That's good.
She said for the day. She didn't say for the quick second. She said for the day. So that's I'm showing.
And that is to remind you all why and how you became fathers.
So it leaves room for the imagination.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. We showed it. I think we got a call, Cody, who was calling in about your top 10. I'm sorry, your top. Let's go to the phone lines, Cody. Yeah, okay. Thank you, caller, for calling the Ty and Cody on Purpose Show. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
They must have changed their mind.
Oh, they changed their mind?
Yes.
Don't get scared. The phone lines are wide open. 803-692-6370 is the number here in the studio. And Cody is going over her top ideas for Father's Day. And I am in love with her ideas today.
But at the end of the day, you know your spouse, so you speak what will speak to him.
Mandrill called them booty photos.
And appreciate him for being the great dad, father that he is.
Nice.
Yes, I'm all for it. I applaud you. I like that top 10. That top. Cody's top. I keep calling it top 10. My bad. I don't know. But I love it. 803-692-6370 is the number here in the studio. Cody, I really did. I like that top whatever number you got there for the day.
I redeemed myself.
Yeah, because last year she was talking about get him a pair of golf balls,
mustache.
I still say for those men who love to golf, a nice pair of personalized golf clubs.
Clubs is a different story. Nice. You said golf balls, which you hit and then they gone and so forth. Golf clubs, I'm with you. Golf clubs all day. Tennis racket, if you play tennis, some personalized tools or something like that. Okay, we got you.
Anything with my name on, I like.
So tell me, if you could have it today, what would you want for Father's Day?
Everything you just named on that list. Everything that you just named on that list. What was it? Pleasure in him, yeah.
You will remember that one.
That was the one I remember the most. Doing his duties, yeah. What was the other ones? Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. I would like a personal massage. Like if the wife is good with the hands.
She ain't gotta be good with the hands.
Yeah, that's true. Oil. And then it's after 8 o'clock. Yeah. So I want the oil boob rub on my back. That's what I want.
The oil boob rub on your back.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. Preston said his balls get lost too easily. His golf balls.
I understood.
And I like what Dana's got one for you.
Okay.
Cody's top tips.
I love it.
I like that too.
Cody's top. We're gonna change it instead of Cody's top 10. Cody's top thank you, Dana.
Tips.
love it.
We giving Dana her credit.
Thank you for looking out.
Thank you, Dana. What's going on, Lynette? What's going on, Dana? What's going on, P? Thank y'all for tuning in. It is the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. Cody just got finished doing her top tips. Thanks, Dana. Of what you should do for your husband for Father's Day, because a lot of times fathers go unappreciated, in my opinion.
And I would even say those can go for those who may not be biological dads, but who play, in that mentor or father figure role, because it's a ton of them out there, and we appreciate you all as well.
Yeah, because especially stepdads or bonus dads, as we call them, they do kind of get the raw deal a lot of times for one reason or another, and whether it be another parent's problem, or just because of the fact that it's just a tough transition for a lot of the kids, and even just for the parents themselves, it's a tough transition. Trust me, we know, because we're bonus parents,
yes,
mom and dad and so forth, but we make the best out of it. We try to show that we love our kids regardless. Speaking of which, let's go into our hot topics right quick, our days of the week. I got to run through a few of them right quick, but yes, we are still live in the studio. 803-692-6370 is the number. We want to hear from you all, because today we are talking about conflict resolution. My question to you all is, how do you all deal with conflict resolution? How do you all deal with conflict, between your spouse in public? Because sometimes people do actually get it in public for one reason or another. Before I get into my hot topics right quick, I think we got another caller on the line. Don't check it out on me this time, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Holla.
No, chicken out again? Come on. All right, well, I'm going to go through it and do my hot topics. 803-692-6370 in case you want to call back. We have, what's today, the 11th?
Yes.
It is National Make Life Beautiful Day. National Make Life Beautiful Day. Whatever that means to you, make your life beautiful. Cody just mentioned making sure that the fellas are loved on Father's Day. It is National Loving Day on the 12th, which is tomorrow. National Red Rose Day, which is also on the 12th. And believe it or not, and I will add to your list, Cody, us men, we are sentimental fellas. We like roses too. We like flowers. Well, maybe not necessarily roses.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah,
Only
Mr. Entertainment is shaking his head.
There's
No, he
some.
don't.
Some
I know,
who
I
do.
do.
Some who don't.
Yeah, I know, I do.
They die.
And people do look at it that way. People don't want gifts that die.
I would sit there and watch it die from the time it gets there to the time it dies. I'll be like, look, you about to go bye-bye. And that lets me know that something's fading away, and I don't want that. It's too much.
Gotcha. Okay, so he has a deeper meaning for why he doesn't like flowers and roses and so forth. But I do. I mean, I just like the thought of it, the thought behind it sometimes.
One and done?
No, it's not one and done.
I'm just trying to help you out, bro.
They last for a while. I mean, depending on, if you're getting them little dollar store roses, they can last for a while. Then get the little the imitation roses from the Dollar Tree. They don't
fabric one.
Yeah, the little
and they spray your perfume on it.
Exactly.
Listen,
no,
you
I
got
don't like
me.
them.
Okay.
National New Mexico Day is on the 14th day.
What that mean?
And y'all know that's the day that New Mexico was. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was like go to vacation.
National New Mexico Day. We go to. You got vacation spot in New Mexico? We can go to Mexico.
Oh, that's what's up.
I go to New Mexico. I ain't never been.
Me either.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to New Mexico.
Listen.
Ty and Cody on Purpose from New Mexico. I'm sorry.
That sounds great. I like that.
National Strawberry Shortcake Day is on the 14th. Y'all know I'm fat. I like to eat. So National Strawberry Shortcake Day, and I actually like strawberry shortcake.
I don't know why I thought that was that. The little girl
with the little hat with the strawberry hat.
Like, they honoring her.
I used to love strawberry shortcake when I was a little girl.
I like the actual food.
She was on one of my birthday cakes.
Oh.
Yeah, my sister used to have a little strawberry shortcake house with the little doll.
She looked old.
She looked right with the little hat on.
Yeah.
And everything smelled like strawberries.
Yeah.
The figurines and everything.
I remember now.
Yeah,
Classic.
I guess. For my photographers out there, Legazi, Armenta, and all my other photographers out there, National, I don't know why I have Nature. Actually, it is right. Nature Photography Day. It is Nature Photography Day on the
June
15th.
15th, which is Friday.
Which is Friday. So Nature Photography Day. So go out there and take some pictures in the nature. Do them boudoir pictures outside and get poison ivy on your butt. Nature Photography Day is on the 15th. National Take Back the Lunch Break Day is also on the 15th, and yes, that has to be a day because people, and because I used to get after Cody about this. Cody is a hard worker, And I definitely mean she is a hard worker. So there'll be times she be like, I'm not taking a lunch today. So when time she get home, she hungry. And I'm like, babe, you got to get away from your desk and take a lunch.
You work off the clock. Okay, I can get your job in trouble. You need to stop working off the clock day.
Right.
Listen.
But I'm like, stop giving them people your whole daggone life and get you some lunch in.
Right.
Step away from your desk.
You're right.
Stop looking at that computer. Get out the meetings and just breathe for like 2.5 seconds and enjoy your day. That's all I'm saying.
You deserve it.
Yes. At least for that little hour or half hour or whatever it is that they give you.
Especially if they ain't paying you, dude, listen.
Exactly. You ain't going to get no free work out of me.
Man.
Unless it benefits me on the back end. If it benefits me on the back end, then you may get a little bit. But other than that, I'm taking my lunch.
You know that's the name of salary.
You know, I even put it on.
Okay.
But I even put it
Big
on.
difference.
I put it in my daggone calendar though. Because people used to try to schedule lunches. And I schedule meetings during my lunch.
I can relate to her now. I used to do that.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff you got to do on salary that
and I understand that because I'm salary too, but I'm still taking the same way you over there eating that daggone burrito while we on air.
I can't pay myself.
Today
Listen,
I ate at my desk today while working.
I'm hungry.
I still say you should get away from your desk and just go enjoy,
You're right.
you know, the sun or, you know,
You're
go to
exactly
the,
right.
you know, just walk away from your desk for 10, 15 minutes. Go
Mr.
pick up a
Entertainment.
strawberry shortcake.
Need to give Mr. Entertainment a lunch break.
Mr. Entertainment said he need a lunch break. Not now, but right now. And then last but not least, Cody just mentioned it. It is Father's Day on the 17th, y'all. Celebrate fathers. Stepfathers, bonus fathers, godfathers, fathers, yeah. Celebrate all the fathers. Not the mother fathers, but the fathers. Yes, I say the mother fathers because, you know, women like to say, I'm the father, and no, you had your Mother's Day. We celebrating fathers on Father's Day. Is that okay with everybody?
I love it,
Okay,
bro.
because I usually get a lot of flack when I say that every year.
Mom, you a mom.
Yeah.
Now, you can play both roles, but you still a mom.
Yeah, but you still a mom. Thank you. Exactly.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. You still a mom. Again,
As
don't
all
forget.
the hearts go up.
And those are from all the fellas, I guarantee you, because they want strawberry shortcake, they want roses, they want the boudoir pictures and everything else in between as well. Celebrate your fathers, ladies. We celebrate you all, so celebrate us. I think we got another caller. Caller, don't hang up on us this time. We begging, we pleading with
How
you. We
you
love you.
doing? Speak to us.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hey,
How
what's
are
going
you?
on, caller? Tell us your name, where you calling from.
This is Lynette, and I'm calling from the Queen City. But
North
I want to know,
Kakalaki.
Todd, can you find National Chew Your Food Day? Because he's killing that burrito.
Why you hating? I know you want some because you looking like, where he get that from?
National Chew Your Food
That's why
Day.
I'm eating it.
You know she gonna roll up here. Let me tell
I'm
y'all.
saying,
For those who don't know,
Huh?
we are at 7716 Pence Road. We take plates of food,
And
y'all.
you can cater to me anytime.
You can bring burritos, strawberry shortcakes, whatever it is. We take plates of food during the hours of 8 to 9 p.m. on Mondays. Now, Mr. Entertainment may take it the rest of the hour during the day, but Ty and
and I'll
Cody
shout
take
your business
plates of
out too.
food.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you feed me, I will bless you and tell everybody.
I'm just saying.
And you ain't never brought no plate up here neither. You always come empty-handed.
Because look, y'all, because I was wondering why he got the white hat on. Is that what he was doing? Was hiding between the computer and the...
He's doing his Frankie Beverly and Mays impersonation.
Y'all.
He's
I'm
doing his
honoring-
Frankie Beverly and Mays impersonation.
I'm honoring Tiger Woods today because he's gonna win the U.S.
It
Open.
must be the short. It must be the 45-inch version of it. The short distance. Gotta go by.
You know what? Thank you for calling the Ty and Cody on Purpose show, Lynette. We appreciate you for listening in each and every week.
Wow.
Our hotline is still wide open, 803-692-6370. The Ty and Cody on Purpose show is live on the air. Thank y'all for tuning in on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and YouTube. Don't forget, you can share this video with your family. You can share this video with your friends. We're about to get into our topic of the day. But before we do, don't forget to join the APLMC Text Club, y'all. Join the Purposeful Life Marriage Text Club by simply texting the numbers texting the letters APLMC to the numbers 33222. Text the letters APLMC to the numbers 33222. By joining the APLMC Text Club. That is our way of giving back to you Monday through Friday with just a short little tidbit or a short little quick reminder or a short quick, something just to say, go love on your spouse today. That's pretty much what the APLMC Text Club is all about for you. It is about you, for you, our gift to you. Don't forget, share the video with your family and your friends. 803-692-6370 is the number here in the studio. And we talking about conflict resolution. How do you deal with conflict resolution in your marriage? Or how do you deal with conflict in your marriage in public places is actually what the question was for today. And I actually posted that on social media. And we got a couple responses that I will actually read as soon as my phone decides it wants to cooperate with me. But we also want to know from you as well. 803-692-6370 is the number. How do you handle conflict in your marriage in public? Now I'll say this. Conflict is inevitable. I've actually heard people say, for some crazy, strange reason, that me and my spouse just don't argue. And I'm like, how? Please share with me how. I mean, don't get me wrong. You should have more better days than bad days. But how do you not have any disagreements at all with your spouse?
Well, you use two different words there.
Okay.
Disagreement is one thing.
Okay.
Argue is another.
Okay. Well, what's the difference? Tell me what the difference is.
In my opinion, disagreeing is having a very mature discussion about what you all disagree about.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
What you don't see eye to eye about. Arguing, on the other hand, in my opinion, is you're really not listening. You're talking at each other. And trying to make your voice be heard.
Okay.
Good segue.
Okay. Yeah, that is true. There are people, because when people argue, they get defensive, and they
we sure do.
They get defensive, and they are ready to respond back rather than actually listening to what is actually being said. Yeah, as Mr. Entertainment Sister, he ponders on that one for a moment.
I'm still pondering.
Okay. So, again, the question was posted out there, though, but how do you actually handle conflict in your marriage in public? And Chocolate Sin says, I'm not married yet, but conflict will be handled behind closed doors. I don't believe in public spectacles. That's a good one, because as I mentioned earlier, I was actually at lunch one day a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or two ago now, and I saw a couple really going at it. Now, they weren't, like all super loud, but you can see the tension. You can see him kind of, I don't want to say he was berating her, but he was, kind of, talking down to her. And she responded back, and then she realized, I think, in my personal opinion, she realized she was in public and she didn't want to have this. And so she went outside just to go gather herself and get herself together. And then, like 5 minutes later, after he ordered, because it was a to-go place, he wound up following her outside, and they wound up having a conversation outside. And I kind of felt bad for the lady. I was like, how do you pull that aside, because a lot of people who don't like personal displays of affection, they don't like doing, certain things, out in public. And so what makes you think that, it's okay and cool to actually argue out in public?
Yeah, Cody made a great point. Somebody wants their voice to be heard. So it sounds like he wanted his voice to be heard, and she wasn't trying to entertain it. And most likely it sounded like, sweetheart, let's not do this now. And usually the other party, I want to do this now. So somebody has to be mature and escalate the situation either to the car or leave the premises immediately, because if not, it's only going to show a public spectacle, and it's going to end up on social media or somewhere. And it's so sad that we can't control our emotions just for a few moments until we leave the public place. I agree with what the listener said, is that it should be handled at home.
Yeah, and even, and I'm going to try to pronounce this, Lala Flo, I'm going to get that right. Lala Flo says, I smile politely and mumble, oh, I can't wait till we get home.
See?
Our new thing has been let's kiss and make up. It works every time because it's so corny. You can't stay mad.
But watch this, though. I'm going to play the advocate for a second, right?
Okay.
Back in the day, when parents get mad at their child, where do they beat them at? in public.
In public.
Right? That was back in the day.
Yeah.
And it seemed like something like that stems as we get older. We've seen it and we do the same thing because that's what we're used to. So now today's time you really can't do it, but you notice there's a handful that still show out in public. So just a little thought that came to me.
LaQuentin says arguments are like intersections without stop signs or traffic signs. So I mean that's pretty interesting. Arguments are like intersections without stop signs or traffic signs, which means it's inevitable you're actually going to crash and cause an accident one way or another. But it's interesting because go ahead, Cody. You about to say something?
And with that, take out innocent bystanders.
Oh yeah,
which are children.
Because that. Oh, okay. So this was an interesting situation. Who was it that we went to go? It was a gospel concert, Mr. Entertainment. We saw your twin, Kirk Franklin.
Stop it.
And I'll lie to you not. So we're sitting there. We're probably about 10, 15 rows back from the stage or whatever. And this is before the show actually starts. And there was a couple all dressed to the nine. Dude had on his Steve Harvey suit, the super long, coat with the color and all this other stuff. And the lady was looking all nice. She was doing her thing. And I don't know what it was. I think it was over a seat, wasn't it?
I believe so.
No.
These people got into it over a seat. And they was together. It wasn't like it was like you in my seat and you need to go. I'm going to call the usher. And no, they got into it because he wanted to sit on the end, but she wouldn't get up. And so he actually, made a big spectacle out of it. Literally to the fact where he had a drink in his hand.
No, she had a drink in her hand.
Oh, she had a drink in her hand, but he hit it into her face.
Oh, my.
And this is at a gospel concert at that wasn't an arena, it was a theater or whatever you want to call
like
it.
An amphitheater kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like, what? Why do you? And then he left.
He did.
And then he left her sitting there. Now she was a good one, but she didn't get upset. She, the drink was in her face. She was smelling like whatever the drink was, and she sat there and she enjoyed that concert.
That's right.
She did.
And you know what I like about that? You will not steal my joy.
Right.
You see, that's what I was saying. Somebody has to be bigger. So somehow on the inside of her spirit said, you know what? You can't break me. Because what's on the outside, you can see that, but what's on the inside is what's for me. And by him leaving, he did the right thing. Because I got a feeling if he would have stayed there, I don't know how much longer she would have been able to keep her peace.
Because like Cody said, when you make a spectacle out of not only yourselves, but you make the atmosphere around you uncomfortable.
Toxic, yeah.
So, like you said, the innocent bystanders. So you have other people now looking at you, curious. And now the digital age, everybody's world starring you. They recording.
But would you butt in, though? Would you butt in?
And honestly, I thought, and that was going to be one of my questions this evening. I thought about that. Like, how comfortable do you feel butting into somebody else's situation because they're having a conflict in public?
I've seen it many times. They'll turn on you.
Yeah, right.
He or she will turn on you, and it's our argument. You mind your business, and I'm like, when I'm trying to help you, if I wanted your help, I'd ask for it.
Because that was gonna be my question. Because do you feel comfortable butting into somebody else's? Now I will say this: if I see that it's a man that his truth, and I with the situation at the concert, I really wanted to say something so bad.
But there were those after he left. There were those who were sitting close around her. Females in particular who kind of went and said, are you okay? They did do that, which if they had not, I would have, just because I felt some type of way about that.
Wow.
But I wanted to go out to the hall just to find him.
Yeah.
But
what would you have said to him?
That's disrespectful. How dare you?
Oh my!
Because it was. I mean, and it goes both ways. Women do it too.
But where does this get into mind your own business? If it's in the public, is it your business?
I think it is. I think to a certain now, if you're having if we're having a small disagreement and we're mumbling like the listener said, we're mumbling against with one another, and we're like, then you kind of that's between you. But when you get to the point where you're loud and you're like, and you and da 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 da, and she's responding and he's responding, or you grab her by the arm, then I think you have to step in. It becomes
physical.
Yeah, I think you have to then step in and say, all right, bruh, or all right, sis, you I think maybe it's just y'all just chill out for a moment, go your separate ways, think about it, or maybe y'all want to take that outside or something, because you gotta, because like you said, when it becomes physical, you can't just sit there and be a bystander then.
But you're right, you do run the risk of them turning on you.
And watch this now. So if you got fire, you thinking that you're the water, but you may be the gasoline. You know, because it started out one way, and then when you come in, somebody's gonna get puffed up and go and try to show out. So either it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Either escalate or de-escalate. That's the risk you run.
That's it. And I like your approach, depending on how you approach. If you approach like, you know, I mean, I don't look too intimidating, but if you come in looking like you're gonna strong arm somebody, like, he gonna get offended.
But it's not even, I mean, right, it's not even coming into to strong arm or coming into, you know, to be, you know,
it's a situation,
third party. But right, it is. But it's coming in to say, look, you know, y'all shouldn't be doing this here. Like, you know, say that for the house. And not even saying necessarily say that for the house, but, you know, you shouldn't really be doing this here out in public, because people do get into it in public.
Where I'm from, homeboy would try to show out for his girl
most
after
definitely.
he arguing with her
because he got that pride thing too.
Yeah,
he got to puff up his chest like, dude, mind your business.
Dog.
You got an issue with me. Now he done completely forgot about her, and now he trying to fight with you and it's like, yo, I ain't trying to fight you. However, if you want to take it outside, we're gonna take it outside.
See what just happened? That was my point. That's what I was trying to omit. So how do we de-escalate without making it worse? So that's.
It's like you said, it's a slippery slope, but it is something that I think can be avoided, you know, because it's how do you avoid the public confrontation in the first place?
So the first thing is making sure that there's clarity when you out and about, especially if you know you got jealous issues or whatever. I think, like, for example, I'll just use an example, like if me and Stats was out and about and she knew I was jealous, she would probably in her mind know there's certain boundaries or whatever that I look for to act out or whatever. I'm just using this analogy or whatever. And maybe say, you know what, out of respect for public humiliation, let me not cross this line or whatever.
Yeah, because you have to sit there and first of all say, as she agrees with you in the background, you have to first of all say,
hey, I was an analogy, I didn't say it was for real.
she said she got examples. But you gotta think, like, is it truly worth it? Like, is it truly worth it to embarrass myself, embarrass you, and then put our relationship and our marriage even, you know, at jeopardy out in public? Because you're thinking about it, not only am I mad that we having this conversation about whatever we having this conversation about, now I'm mad that we having this conversation in public and everybody and their mama is seeing what we going through.
But I think it also boils down to there is no respect if it gets to that level. You don't respect yourself, nor do you respect the person that you're yelling at. And once respect is lost, then I have to question myself, is this a relationship I truly need to be in?
Well, you still gotta look at in the moment too, Cody. Like, for real, like, in the moment, you gotta remember, when that flesh rises up, it just wants to release itself just for the moment. Can love you, everything, but in that moment.
But it's self-control. Because even in that moment, you should have enough self-control, which a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't.
Oh, okay.
People don't have self-control. Thus, why you got these public spectacles of people sitting there, because there's no reason why you can't wait till you get back to the car, or why you can't wait until you get back to the house. And not saying that you should go behind closed doors and beat your spouse, or fuss your spouse out, or cut, or anything like that. I'm not condoning that at all. But you should have enough. You should have enough self-control to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do this right here, right now. We're going to have this conversation at a later date and a later time.
I like Cody's point. So you have to go back and rethink about it. We have to get to the root of the problem. So is this something that's ongoing? Is it continuous? And now I know if I bring this knucklehead out, he gonna show out. I'm thinking that it's time to start winding that clock down and saying, you know what? If this, you know what, show out one more time, I can't fool with him out in public, nor can I even be with you, because you really ruining me, and you gonna have me turn into somebody I don't want to be.
Right. And you just brought up a good point. You have to get to the root of the issue in the first place, because a lot of times when we're arguing and we're fussing, it's truly not about what we're arguing or we're fussing about in the first place. It's usually a symptom of something else, and so we usually are fussing about, you know, the symptom, but truth be told, there's something underlying. So what happened is that argument actually started earlier in the day, possibly even at home, and you've just been fed up, and then all of a sudden your spouse done did something, he or she done did something, and now all of a sudden you out in public, and now you done flipping off because of something that happened earlier in the day or 2-3 days ago, and it's just been bubbling and boiling and bubbling and boiling.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Conflict that did not get resolved, and it needs a resolution.
Exactly. So again, how do we actually start to resolve some of these conflicts in public, or just resolve conflicts in general? Because even behind closed doors, for instance, think about the fact where you're not even in public, you're at home and you got children around, and think of the impression that you're putting on the kids, and the kids not looking at you like mommy and daddy are fighting all the time, or because kids talk, they go home, they go out to with their friends, and mommy and daddy getting a divorce, or my mother and daddy was said this, and so on and so forth. And so you even have to figure out how to resolve some of this conflict, even not only in public but even at home. And
sacrifice is key.
I will say, the first step to that is, one, figure out what is the root of the issue. Well, no, not even one. Is it worth it? Because not every argument is worth going into in the first place.
Pick your battles.
That is for sure.
Good.
Pick your whether you're at home or in public.
That's not easy, though, a lot of times, especially if you're learning that skill. Ding, 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 ding. But use wisdom. And pick your battles, because sometimes it's just not worth it.
Cody, you sound like you're speaking from experience.
Of course I am.
Well, now to that point, now you have to make me go biblical, right?
Okay.
So now we have to test the spirits, right? So that's what I said, the root, because when you get down to the root, now you know exactly on that root, and when it comes up, what fruit is produced. So in that root, whatever was, remember we talked about it on a previous show, previous relationships planted certain seeds. Old friendships planted certain seeds. So those seeds may not have manifested yet until a certain situation escalate, and now all of a sudden here comes the water, and then it produces itself into something that wasn't even, back to what you said, wasn't even nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
So it's old seeds that were planted that remained dormant and then all of a sudden sprung up. And
that's why I said, even when you have to figure out, is it even worth it? Because that is it worth it may be a situation where you go, you know what, this person ain't got nothing, like you said, them seeds,
yes,
this person ain't got nothing to do with it, or this is something that happened from way before. It's not even worth going into this argument right now, because it's not even, Cody didn't even do it. This is something from before.
Maybe not in public, but remember, if you keep it dormant, then it's going to continue to stay there. At some point, you got to remember, when something's about to explode, it's going to sit there for whatever.
Right.
So if it didn't become addressed,
oh yeah, you should definitely address your situation. But if it has nothing to, like you mentioned a second ago, those seeds, if it had nothing to do with her, then this isn't a conversation or argument. The one I should have in public with her, or even behind, or I should have a conversation to let her know maybe what the issue is. I need to get that out. But if it's not her issue, then I should not be fussing or arguing with her in the first place. It's not worth it, because I just need to move on. I need to go and resolve this issue myself. I need to figure out what the root of this issue is. If I have a wall up and I realize that Cody's nicking at that wall, and thus which makes me go off on her, and I need to figure out why my wall is up. Is it Cody, or is it someone else that I have a wall up, or that I'm already aggravated from, that she just ticked me off even further because I've already been aggravated?
So maybe if it happens the first time, address it. Find the stop button. Listen, you embarrass me, you embarrass yourself. If it gets to a problem again, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let you know, look, sweetheart, let's take it home, and then get the apology. You allow one, and then hit the stop button and say, sweetheart, look what we're doing, and de-escalate it yourself.
Yeah. And also you have to check your emotions, because we let our emotions get the best of us sometimes.
And get us in trouble.
Exactly, because you usually say something that you don't mean, or in some cases you actually do mean, or as Cody mentioned a couple weeks ago, you usually say something based on a temporary feeling that has long-term effects.
Yeah.
And so not realizing that, I'm going to let this fly out my mouth because hurt people.
Yep.
And so like Cody said earlier, you're so busy ready to respond in defense rather than listening to, figure out what the true issue is, and then you're going around in circles and you're already hurt and your feelings are hurt. So now let me say something to cut you because I already feel cut.
That's good.
So you got to check your emotions and realize, you know what? Okay, I'm hot right now. Maybe I don't need to be hot right now. So let me walk away. And you can even say that. You know what? I don't want to have this conversation right here in public. So I think it'd be best for us to just go ahead and walk away for a minute, and we'll have this conversation later.
And the person who is receiving that message, they have to respect that and not follow them and say, "No, we need to have this discussion right now."
That'd be me.
Let me tell you why. And you got to remember.
But I've gotten better. That'd be me.
Watch this now. So I'm going to throw another one out there. I'm going to be advocate again.
And I know where you're bringing ready to go.
It's called attention issues. So if you didn't get attention as a child, if you didn't get attention from your parents,
I didn't think he was going there.
What?
I think he was going there.
So what better way to get attention than when we're out in public? Because if you notice, it's always, sweetheart, can we date this home? No, I want to do it now. And God forbid if somebody look, it's like, oh, I'm on camera, then I'm gonna give you something to film.
Okay, that's not me. that's not me. But I will at home. I used to at home. Cody be like, "Let me go. I'm going," and I'll be like, "No, we need to have this conversation right now."
That is like a pet peeve of mine. Anybody to intentionally just follow right behind me and I'm walking away, do not do that.
And so to that point though, let me say this as well. To that point, because again, Cody, as you hear, Cody and I've had this conversation. We've been there before. We've done that.
I might turn around and give you a left hook.
Which, like I said, we've been there before. We've done that. However, so you can, as I said, you can say, "Let me walk away, and we can have this conversation later." That is the key phrase in that sentence. Let's have this conversation later. Don't just walk away, because that's rude and disrespectful to just walk away while you are in the middle of a conversation. While you are in the middle of a conversation. It is rude and disrespectful to walk away in the middle of a conversation and not say, "Let's have this conversation later," when I can calm down and I can then give you an intelligent response, not based on, again, my emotions or how I'm temporarily feeling. Because Cody has given me that warning before. I will say something right now that I know will not be good for this marriage.
Yeah.
Again, saying something based on your temporary feelings, your temporary emotions that may have a long-term effect, which then makes me go, "So how you tell me how you really feel?" Exactly. Tell me how you really feel is what I want to know. So yeah, check your emotions and be willing to walk away. Even check your motives. You know, are you in this to say, "I need to have the upper hand. I need to win. I need to be able to show you that I need
to be in control."
Right, that I need to be in control. Check your motives.
So watch this now. Listen to this. If I feel like I'm not getting respected, then when the argument happens, now it's like, you know what, you're turning your back on me. Because as a man, at some point, you do want to feel like, you know what, and as a female, I mean, you know, it's two sides to respect, right? It's both parties. But even as a man, you know, there is that trait that says, you know what, I want you to respect me as a man. So when you try to belittle me with your voice or with your attitude or with your demeanor, now it makes me feel less than. And then it's like, you know what? If you make me feel that way, now I got to go out here and fight a battle against society, and now I got to get the same thing at home. And when we're out in public, it just escalated from where it never got resolved. So it's a whole lot going on there in men's minds, and a lot of it has nothing to do with nothing. It's just personal, deep-rooted issues.
Right. And speaking of which, I'll combine the last two together. You have to sometimes be big enough to apologize. Be big enough to apologize, for one, and two, be able to take a look at yourself.
Come on, man.
But figure out, what part of this did I play? Did I say something? Did I do something earlier in the day? Did I do something right now, right before, that caused her to go off or caused him to feel a certain way that now he's, you know, showing out in public or showing out at home or whatever the case is? What did I do? And not saying that you should put all the blame on yourself, but sometimes you have to say, okay, did I provoke this? Did I do something that, you know, caused this? And if I am at the wrong, again, if I am at the wrong, because you may not be at the wrong, then to be able to apologize, to say, you know what, I was wrong, I apologize, you know, or however you choose to apologize, however you choose to apologize. Sometimes you have to be the bigger person,
even in the moment,
to apologize, right? Even in the moment,
because in the moment, remember I said somebody got to be the upper hand, the one who's the cool, calm. Maybe you may have to take that apology in the moment just to get it home, and then go, you know what? Listen, I love you, but good and well, and call it out what it is, instead of just, because if you just sugarcoat it, you're gonna cause another problem.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I would definitely. But
even in the way that you just did that de-escalated it, because, like you said, you walked away from the situation. You've apologized. You've taken the high road. You've, in some sort of degree, you've actually compromised. You got home and said, you know what? And now you're coming at it from a different angle. You're cool. You're calm. You're collective. They may even be possibly cool, calm, collected, or whatever. And then you can say, look, I apologize. However, I was feeling this way earlier. I'm taking personal accountability by saying I was feeling this way earlier. Here's the reason why, and so forth. Because there are conflict resolution skills that I think every couple should actually have. And so I would encourage couples to contact the Purpose for Life Marriage Coaching, or see a third party to be able to get those conflict resolution skills, so that way you don't have those blow ups in public, or if you do happen to have a blow up in public, you know how to handle it.
Right.
So again, I would encourage you, contact the Purpose for Life Marriage Coaching. We'll be more than happy to help you. Again, our email address is coach@aplmcoaching.com. Again, that's coach@aplmcoaching.com. As well as continue to tune into the Ty and Cody on Purpose show, because this is things that we cover, as well as the text club, by allowing you all to get into our marriage, get into things that we've been through, some tips, some so forth and so on, to be able to help you, because this marriage thing is a journey. And like I said, conflict is inevitable. There is going to be a point in time where your spouse is going to do something, and they're going to say something while you out in public, or even at home, where you think everything is good, and you can be like, well, where did that just come from? How we just get into an argument and we just getting ready to go out to dinner, or we out at the amusement park and we fussing over roller coaster rides now, or whatever the case may be. So it's conflict is inevitable, but there are ways to be able to handle it. There are definitely ways to be able to de-escalate and compromise and so forth, going forward. Before we end the show, Mr. Entertainment, I gotta say a couple things right quick, because there are some people that I am extremely proud of. As y'all know, it is the end of the school year here in Charlotte area, Concord, Charlotte, South Carolina, and so forth. And we actually had a couple graduations. Yes, we had a couple graduations. Thank you for the applause. I got to give a shout out to my son, Cameron Johnson, who graduated from Cox Mill High School, 12th grade, and is heading out to college to North Carolina A&T. Exactly. And we got to give a shout out to Josh, Mr. Entertainment, your son. Exactly, who also graduated. He graduated.
Congrats, son. Fort Mill High.
Yeah, from Fort Mill High, so graduated and doing his thing as well.
And started working. Listen, you better get a job, boy.
That's right. Paycheck. They are making that transition into a new stage in their lives. Y'all, go ahead and celebrate your graduates, for those who are graduating. Our daughter, again, who has a birthday coming up this Saturday, she actually did some great things on her end of the year testing. Our son did some great things on some end of the year testing as well. So yeah, shout out to all the kids who've made it through the past, 9 months of school. Man, school is hard.
It's a long time.
I would go back, but I just don't want to do the work. I would go back to school. I just don't want to do the work.
So why would you go back?
Because I don't want the bills. I don't want the adult life. Sometimes I just want to be a kid. I want to be like Toys R Us.
You're always a big kid,
and I am, and I love it. And you've been playing with me lately, so I appreciate it.
Oh,
you better play with glad me. You appreciate.
I'm looking forward to Cody's top tips that she read up earlier for Father's Day. Mr.
Accountability. Listen,
he said accountability. Yes, Cody's top tips, y'all. I'm looking forward to them things. We got the matter of fact, she said them on air, so we got her voice recorded that we're gonna do this thing for Father's Day. Ladies, celebrate your husbands for Father's Day, because they deserve it. You can give it to them. You can give it to them for at least one day. At least one day.
Stats.
Why y'all say it like that?
You heard my wife in there talking about.
You heard her say no real quick. And she ain't the only one. Trust me. And there are a lot of women who, because
y'all need to just lay off on the women. Hey, look here. I made the statement. So
She
y'all
did.
tread lightly.
But
Otherwise, y'all
I
end
heard
up
a
with
comment.
nothing.
I heard a comment earlier today. Somebody was saying that men don't get the credit they deserve because men are taken for granted. They say men are just you're doing your job. So why should I give you more than what you do because you're doing what you're supposed to do anyway. But yet when it's Mother's Day, it's because mom is so great, mom is so wonderful, she's superwoman. But when it's dad, he's doing his job.
And when you do your job, you expect to get laid. I'm sorry, paid. Sorry. I meant paid. Sorry, it slipped out. Oh God! Oh, thank you, Lord, for my wife. I love her.
And as we come to the close of the show,
yes, y'all, it is the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. We appreciate y'all for tuning in each and every Monday here. We love you. We appreciate y'all. Next Monday is Man Cave Monday. We got the fellas in the studio. Ladies, don't forget, submit your questions to coach@aplmcoaching.com or shoot your questions to us, via social media on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, even on LinkedIn. The Ty and Cody on Purpose show, y'all. We love you. We appreciate y'all. Share the video with your family, your friends. We will see y'all next week where we live purposefully
and love purposefully.
Ty and Cody on Purpose.
We're out.
Peace. Facebook family, Facebook friends, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. We cannot do this without you. We read your comments. We appreciate y'all comments. We even appreciate y'all's calls. Don't forget, you all can hit us up. You can share the video. You can go back and rewatch this and share this with your family and your friends as well on all social media platforms. We love you. We will see y'all next week for Man Cave Monday. Peace.